What's going on, guys? Rainbow Games. Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to show you guys Poor Man's Gold Farm version 2. It's even easier to make than the first one, a little bit more efficient, and with a little modification I'm going to show you guys at the end, it works in 1.16 as well. So, without further ado, let me show you guys how it works. So just like the last farm, there are spawning rings for zombie piglin to spawn on, zombie piglin on the outside to keep an aggro chain going, iron golems to get rid of magma creams, and a center area to kill the zombie piglin, collect XP, and for the player to AFK at. And the way the farm works is you stand in the center, and you can either hit them with your fist if they come up to the center. You can run off the side, hit them with your fist, or you can hit them with some sort of projectile. And after you hit one, you'll start getting them aggro. Basically what will happen is there are 4 on little floating blocks, and they will get angry, and because they can see you through these half slabs in the center area, they can actually spread their aggro-ness to the ones that spawned on the floating rings. And basically what will happen is this aggro chain will continue, and they'll always be mad at you and always want to come towards you. And then they will all pathfind, because this side is closer than this side, the way I made the rings. They want to pathfind over to these edges, walk over onto these platforms, and then with the way that this center area is shaped, walk over into the center area where the killing section is, and die from suffocation damage from 24 minecarts. And then all their XPs drop, because they're aggro, they drop XP, so you can collect the XP through this half slabs. And then there's just a hopper here that collects all items. Like so. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you guys how I built it. So after you've made it onto the roof of Nether, what you're probably going to want to do is make another portal on the top, because in 1.15, if you make another portal in the overworld, high enough in the Y direction, they will actually link to the roof of the Nether instead of just making you go underneath. So after you've done that, if you want to do that, what you want to do is figure out where you want the standing spot to be. So in the center before, where you stood to get the XP. And I'm going to choose X200, Z200. And basically what you want to do is, so the minecart's going to be here. We're going to go block, back 2 blocks. And this is going to be where the pillar's going to be. So I've already done that, as you can see. I'm just going to meet you guys at the top. So after pillaring all the way up, and then you can't build any more on this block, what we're going to want to do is decide how many rings you want. So if you only want 1 ring, what you have to do is go down 3 blocks to 253. If you want 2 rings, you go down another 3 blocks to 250. And we're going to make the tutorial into 3 rings, so we're going to go down another 3 blocks to level 247. Now, the first thing we have to do is make the standing area, just like that. So we just get rid of this top ladder, replace it with a top trapdoor, and this is going to be the block where we're going to be standing. Next thing we're going to be is using this block as reference. So I'm just going to place a temporary iron block there. What we're going to do is from there count 25 blocks out from here. So 1, 2, all the way out to 25. And the 25th block will be the block that we want the platforms to be at. So I'm going to use netherrack and smooth stone. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the 25th block is part of the platform, so we're going to make that out of a solid block. These should be either leaves, glass, or some sort of, or bottom slab, some sort of non-spawnable block. Okay, now that we have that, what we're going to want to do is start working on the inner ring. The easiest way to do that is if you come out to the edge and we count 7 blocks out. Alright. Then we go in a block and make it 2 wide. So this is 7, this is 2. We're going to do another 2, another 2, another 2. So there's 7, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And we're going to do 1 block in, 1 block in. And then we're going to use 1 more block, and this is going to be the center, where it's like as if it's a mirrored. So we're going to do that for the other part of the inner ring. So going backwards, ignoring this block because it's the center. 2, 2, or 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 7. And instead of going this way, we're going inwards this side, and it has to be mirrored, so it's actually on this side like that. So it's mirrored. 2, 2, 2, 2, 7. You can see that lines up directly with the netherrack, right? And we're just going to do that for all the way around. There we go. Now we got the inner ring. Now what we're probably going to do is, you saw a gas spawn. Let me just kill that real quick. what we're going to want to do is probably stop ghasts from spawning. So you can either do this out of temporary blocks, but in the end, these should actually be solid blocks because we want zombie pigmen to spawn on top of them. But what we're also going to want to do is stop ghasts from spawning. So either you can make this out of a block that's cobblestone while you build the first layer, or the first thing you could do is go all the way up to the top, right? So you can't build anymore. And this is actually going to be the same exact shape out of a non-spawnable block. So either leaves, glass, or half slabs, bottom half slabs, I should say. And when I say bottom half slab, I mean it should look like that and like that, because mobs can actually spawn on top of this, even though we're at build height. So I'm just going to use leaves, and I'm just going to build the first top ring as well. Alright, so now we have inner ring for the first layer. You could clone this as well, up 2 blocks. Now we don't have to use smooth stone, obviously. You don't even have to use all the same block, but it has to be a block that mobs can spawn on, so solid blocks. So now we're going to do the outside ring, and what we want to do is, this is the 25th block, we're going to go out to 30. So 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And then for the ring, we're going to do 7 blocks like before. Except now we're doing 3 blocks. 3 blocks, so 7, 3, 3, and then 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, and then here's the center, right? So 7, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, center, and then copying here backwards, so 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 7. So from here, so center 1, 1, right? So 1, 1. 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 7. And you can see this lines up directly with the middle, and this is out 30 blocks. So I'm just going to do that for this bottom layer. And you can see now we have the outer and inner rings. And what you want to do is either fill this in now, or get this top platform, or do the outer rings for each layer. So there'll be one there and one there, because we're doing 3 rings. And then we fill that in with netherrack. So I'm just going to clip to the end, and I'm going to replace the stone bricks with netherrack. I'm going to fill all this in. I'm just going to cut to that. Actually, I better do. I'll time lapse it real quick with the flood fill. Alright, so I got the outer rings, the inner rings, and the in-betweens filled, as well as the top layer filled with a non-spawnable block. I used oak leaves. Next thing we want to do is we're going to go out to the outside of the farm, and over here, right in the center, I just made these paths 3 wide by the way. We're going to go out 5 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on this block is actually going to be an iron golem. Optionally, you can also have another one 5 blocks up. So if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 4 air blocks, you can have another iron golem there, iron golem on top, and that just stops any These guys actually didn't spawn up here. That actually stops any magma creams that spawn on these rings from getting onto these paths and going and killing you, because the center is an open design. So yeah, we're just going to put iron golems there. And over here, so if we find the center block, which is right here, what we're going to do is count out 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3. So if we go 1, I'll show you how I count that. So that's 1, 2, 3 diagonally like that. Don't care about those 2 blocks. What we're going to want is a zombie pigman on these blocks, and that can be done by either leaving these blocks in and pushing one and then name tagging it so it doesn't despawn, or running away and then running back over here and seeing if one spawns on here, but I don't suggest trying that. That might take a little while, so it's easier just to push them on and then name tag them. And the reason you need the name tag is because, 1, they will not despawn when you name tag them, and 2, when you name tag them, they actually don't count towards the hostile mob cap. So basically, this doesn't count as a mob that's naturally spawned, so more mobs will be in the farm itself. So I'm just going to set all these blocks up and then put the iron golems over there. We only need the bottom one. I'll get rid of that top one. We're just going to put the 4 pigmen in these corners and then in a plus shape 4 iron golems. Alright, so we got all the pigmen in, and we got all the iron golems in. Removed the top block from before. You should have seen that in the little time lapse. And now, the last thing we need to do is work out the center area. So, we already started this trapdoor. What we're first going to want to do is from here, we're going to go, I'm looking at my notes, going to go 2 blocks back. So from here, so 1, 2. Sideways, we're going to go 3, both sides. And then, there's going to be a half slab here. This is going to be a top half slab like that. And then all over here is going to be half slabs. Filling this in like a big rectangle. And we're also going to go 1 more block. Some of those will be removed though. Alright, so if we go now underneath, looking at the block that we're going to be standing on, we're going to need another block there. A lot of these leaves are no longer necessary because there are blocks above now, half slabs, so I'm just going to get rid of them. Okay, and the next thing we're going to have is a block here. That's going to be the block that the minecarts are on, and then we're going to have 2 hoppers. I am not prepared. We're also going to need a piston temporarily. We're also going to need rail, minecart, and at least 1 hopper minecart. 24 minecarts, 25 minecarts in total, and at least 1 hopper minecart is one of them. So, and when I say 25 minecarts, I mean 1 goes as a hopper minecart. So what we're going to do is, to get a hopper minecart into this block, what we're going to do is, this is going to be the collection, so this will be the main output. We're going to get a minecart there, and to do that, I'm just going to break that temporarily. We're going to place a rail here, hop a minecart. I'm going to break the rail. I'm going to place the block that I want, the block that I want there. Whatever block it is, solid block. It doesn't actually matter. I'm going to place a piston right above it and just power it, and then we can delete that. Now to keep that block there, I'm just going to put blocks around to keep the minecart there, I'm going to put blocks around it, and then I'm going to place 2 more blocks like that. Alright, and now we're going to go 3 blocks out this way, 1 more, and then what we're going to do is place a temporary block there and build another layer of half slabs here, so that it's 1.5 blocks tall with a half layer, half block gap in between. I'm going to fill this in all around like this. I'm actually going to go 1 more. Sorry. I'm going to go 1 on this side as well. And we're going to put... Actually, no, we're not going to do that. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get some sort of stair block. I'm going to use andesite stairs. These can be any type of half slabs or whatever, guys. It doesn't matter. We're just going to place that like that. And I'm going to fill this in just like so. I'm also going to make that block that I showed you before to jump into the farm right here, 1 block away from the wall. So if you're out of food, you can jump in. And I'm just going to make it. This isn't super important, but at least about 2 blocks thick. I'm just going to do that around the edge so that the zombie pigman can walk all the way around and get to you. Alright, now what we're going to do is I'm just going to fill this in, and we actually need 1 more layer of half slabs here on this wall here. And we also need them here, and we need them like that, and like that. And that should look like how it did in the beginning. of the video. Now what we're going to want to do is when we're AFK, we're going to stand here. However, there's no minecarts now, so we need to spawn in 24 minecarts right here. Spawn in. We need to place 24 minecarts right here so that the zombie pigmen that fall into the chute can take suffocation damage. So I'm going to spawn 24 minecarts. And 24. I'm going to place that block there, back. And now I'm going to place this half side back there. And that is the entire farm done. Now, if I go into survival mode, and I go run out here, go hit a pigman, run back in, and I stand right here, I should be getting XP, and the zombie pigmen should funnel into that block. And if I go in F5, you can see them falling in, taking damage. And I'm gaining XP. You can see it falling through those half slabs. Awesome. Now what you want to do is, if you make any type of collection system down here, what you're going to want to do, and what you need to do, is place leaves above it. So if you make a platform down here, say it goes all the way out to here or something, you need this platform to extend all the way out to that at least so that it covers it, or else they will pathfind around and onto the platform that you made and come and kill you when you're down here. But as long as it's smaller than this top one, you should be fine. So yeah. There's also one thing you can also do to make the farm more efficient, is make the top thicker. And in the beginning when I showed you the farm, it was the thicker version. And what you can do is I will leave a video link in the description from Logical Geek Boy, if I remember correctly. I think that's his name. I haven't seen the video in a while. Basically he goes over how mobs spawn and why you should make the roofs of your farms bigger even though mobs can't spawn in these. So what you can also do is go out 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3 blocks, or not even just 3 blocks, but you can go 1 block, 4 blocks, 7 blocks, whatever, and go 3 blocks in each direction and then fill straight lines from each other like so. And that will make the roof a little bit thicker all the way around. You do that on the back side as well, and that's optional. You don't have to do that, but apparently it makes mobs spawn a little bit quicker. But in this little cheap tutorial, I'm not going to show you how. This is extra. That looks weird. So yeah, that's the entire farm. And this gets in 1.15 around 950 gold ingots per hour, and that's including nuggets. That's not including swords. Including swords, it's about 1,020-ish ingots per hour. And let me show you how to make it work in 1.16. So let's go move over there. Oh, one thing before we go into 1.16, I almost forgot. What we need to do is, if we are doing 3 layers or more, what we need to do, I don't recommend more than 3, but I would break that and do that for each side. The reason for that is because on this 3rd layer, sometimes zombie pigments will stand on this block and just not move. So if we break that block, they will eventually fall in onto this platform and move to the center. And because this is more than 3 blocks tall, Enderman can spawn in here, so I replaced that block with a leaf or a half slab of some sort. Yep, just a quick fix that you need to do. You don't need to worry about this if you're doing 2 layers, and if you don't need to worry about that if you're doing the 1.16 fix, because well, I'll show you the 1.16 fix now. All right, so now we're in 1.16. As you can see, we now have zombified piglins instead of zombie pigmen. And now if I go into the farm, I can go into survival mode and try to use the farm just like before. You're going to see they don't run as fast, one. And if I stand here for a while, you can see on the outside, there's a couple that come over here. Those are the regular piglins. Those are new. We're also not in 1.16, we're in 20W12A, which is the latest snapshot as of me recording. So the way to fix these guys not spawning is pretty simple. What we're going to want to do is I'm just going to expand this out. Alright, so we're going to go 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. You know, this isn't exact. I didn't even do it right. There we go. Actually, we'll go all the way up to the edge. This isn't, this isn't a perfect science. This is just gets the farm working again. Alright, so now what we're going to want to do is break these 3 blocks like so. And we're going to fill it in with oak trapdoors. So I'm going to fill this in just like so. And open them all up. Actually, I'm going to place these ones on this side so that there's actually a 2-block gap. As you can see. And we're going to also do that for these top layers. If you only have one layer, you'll need to do it once. If you have 2 layers, you need to do it twice. Yep. So we'll just copy that up here. And I'll just time-lapse doing it to alt them. Alright, now that you've got the leaves placed and all the trapdoors placed in, the only other modification you have to add is adding soul torches. The reason for that is because baby and adult piglins, the non-zombified versions, actually are scared of these guys and they will run away from them if they're within 8 blocks. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come to this side and I'm going to show you just one edge and we're going to copy it, time-lapse it through all of them. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to also, before we do that, place... Where are they? There they are. I'm just going to place smooth stone back here so we can see how to count out where the soul torches are. So, when you're looking at it, and this is the center, what we're going to do is you're going to want to place a soul torch right here. Right, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then on the 8th block, which is that guy, we're going to place another soul torch. And what happens is, so we're going to do 4 again. So, right, 4, 5, 6, 7. And on the 8th block, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. I said 8. There we go. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So we got from the center here, from the very center, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3. Place a torch, and then go diagonally 1, 2, 3, and then over 2, and place another torch. And what will happen is, and when we copy that on each floor and each corner, what will happen is zombie piglins will just run around and basically they'll think these are solid blocks. They don't pathfind onto the leaves for some reason. I know it works for leaves. I'm not sure if it works for half slabs. But basically the zombie piglins will, the regular piglins will run around and see these as full blocks and just run across them. But while the farm is going, a couple of the zombified piglins will fall through these, but for the most part they will pathfind over these leaves and over into the center and die just like normal, so we don't have to change the center at all. So I'm just going to clone these torches in for the rest of the farm. Alright, so I got the bottom layer. I'm just going to use the clone command to get them on the upper 2 layers. Okay, those are all in. And one thing you guys have to note is that the torches just need to be within 8 blocks of each other. So when I say 8 blocks, I mean 8 blocks. So if this is a soulfire torch here, I can't place it on top of that, so I use smooth stone. So if that's 8 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The way that zombie piglins work is they want to stay outside of 8 blocks within this block's area in a square region. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you're going to want more soul torches either here or here. Basically, you don't want anywhere that's not covered by soul torches. So you can put them closer if you want. It doesn't really matter too much as long as they're not further than 8 blocks away from each other. So this is roughly 8 blocks. It doesn't need to be exactly perfect, but as long as they're covering basically the entire thing, they will keep running around, scurrying until they get to these ends. So if I do /kill at a type equals zombified piglins, we will see some of the, if I stand in the center, we should see some regular piglins spawn and run around. I'm just trying to see. I'll skip to a part where I see one. There we go. You can see them running around now. And they'll eventually get away from these soul torches and eventually run off the edge and die out of the platform. As long as they're not in the farm, as soon as they die, They are part of, they're holding up the mob cap because they don't come over here. So the sooner we can get rid of them, the quicker. So yeah, that's the entire farm, guys, and that's the fix for 1.16. Both world downloads will be in the description below. They will be more laid out than this, so it'll be easier to follow. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time I make a video. I don't know what it's going to be. You guys tell me what I need to do. See you guys. Bye. What's going on, guys? Random Games. Welcome back to another video. Today, I got another gold farm for you. So, without further ado, I'll show you guys how it works. I messed up the ending. I had everything perfect. What's going on, guys? Random Games. Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to show you guys Poor Man's Gold Farm version 2. Why did I pause? I paused. Dang it. What am I going to say? So just like the last farm, oh, this is way too fast. Good. So just like the last farm, there are zombie pigmen on the outside to continue an aggro chain. Iron golems as well to keep magma creams thing, I think. So just like the first farm, there's zombie pig. That's the name of them. Yeah, I forgot the name. So just like the last farm, So just like before, there are spawning platforms in the shape of a circle. Nether things. And the way you use the farm, and the way you use your farm, and you aggro zombie pigmen by either throwing a snowball at them, shooting an arrow, or running out of the farm and punching them in the face. But there's none over here on this side. Dang it. So after waking, yes, you want to wake your way onto the nether roof. So after making your way onto the nether roof, what you're going to want to do is build a yeah, I know what these are called. These are called portals. Nether portals. Yep. Let me just go back into my block. If you build another portal in the overworld height, whoops. And this is the pillar that we want to be standing at. But we're going to actually have to be standing. And the 25th block, you can see I'm at 225 now, is the center. Actually, sorry. This is going to be the center because dang it. 6. Wait a minute, that's 6. What? That's 225. Yeah. This is 224. Oh, that's why. The entire ring done, and I've also made these paths 3 thick, and then go 1 1 again. And then here's the center, like before. Alright. Yep. Wait, what? No. 7 3 3 2 2. Oh, there's 2. Oh, it's 2 2 2. I misread my notes. Whoops. Alright, we got the 3 layers added, and we got the top built in as well. Made it out of blocks that mobs can't spawn in, like I said before, either half slabs or leaves or glass. We got the 3. Why is everyone screaming in my house?